Ну что, привет всем, кто забрел на мой канал. С вами, как всегда, я Fingolt. Мы продолжаем проходить Инквизицию. Эру дракона. Что тут у нас? Что тут у нас? У нас тут много всего. Надо со всеми соратниками еще перетереть. Так что...
Cedric should have that for you soon.
If you find anything, please bring it in. I'll take my leave. Good day.
Who was she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corpin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
Oh.
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly,
Страшно.
the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power, instead of comforting the masses.
The Chantry should be a place of hope, not another group scrambling for answers.
That must be its strength again. The Chants did much to bridge nations. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nivara, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andrasti's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
Are you sure? Families often fight the hardest.
Having grown up among four siblings, I concede your point. I found, however, that the only time two parties cannot negotiate is when they cease to speak. We must learn to think beyond our own wants, to secure peace in Thedas.
The Inquisition will have plenty of time for that between finding the Divine's murderer and sealing the breach.
Busy as we are, I do have a question for you, if you've a moment. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
Вопросом на вопрос.
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra, Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
I tell the Chantry I was saved by circumstance, not divine intervention.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
Да, всего хорошего, всего хорошего. Ну что-то мне скажет? Новое.
Hello? Can I help you with something?
Это все то же самое.
I'll speak with you later.
Travel safely.
I understand you were instrumental in garnering the assistance of the rebel mages. It is well done. And I pray this Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic.
We will try.
In some ways, Andraste had the simpler task. Magic should serve man, and not rule over him. That tells us what should be, but it does not tell us how to get there. So many times the methods of men have undone the spirit of their goals. Once you have sealed the breach, we shall see whether this Inquisition is truer to the Chantry, or its own namesake.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Это да, мы с ней говорили уже, обсуждали. С нашей Магессой поговорить еще. Сейчас по-любому новые диалоги будут.
If Fiona and her malcontents are joining us as allies, we need to be prepared. Abominations are inevitable. Cullen doesn't have enough Templars to handle incidents. Some of the rank and file need to be trained.
We can handle the mages. There's no need for Templars.
Have any of these men faced an abomination before, my dear? Have you? The veil is broken, and the raw power of the Fade rushes out like floodwaters through a shattered levee. You know as well as I do that mages attract demons where the veil is thin. And if demons can walk our world with no blood magic to summon them, how safe do you think our allies are? There has never been a greater threat to mages than the Breach. Until it is closed, no one is safe.
You have a low opinion of your fellow mages.
It's not a matter of opinion, my dear. I have a close relationship with reality. Many of our colleagues do not. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
Хотя да, она права.
You're preaching to the choir, Vivienne.
Tell me something. As you will no doubt have a hand in shaping it, what future do you see for mages?
Mages should be treated like anybody else.
You are not the first to forget that the walls of our towers kept the wolves out as much as they kept us in. We hate the Templars when they stand over us in judgment, but we thank them with all our hearts when they keep the mob at bay. It's something to consider, my dear.
Ну, мы не совсем согласны. Маги тоже могут совсем справиться. Просто их научили, что можно так, но можно ж и их обучить, как вести себя в тех или иных ситуациях. Вот и все.
Your open support for the mages likely earned you enemies. Our agents will monitor the situation. If the most opposed can be identified, we may still turn this to our advantage.
You're not planning assassinations, are you?
I was planning to unleash Josephine on them. She kills with kindness. Regardless, I applaud you for the courage to stand up for the mages.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Anything I should know?
Altegan has returned to Redcliffe Castle and resumed his duties as lord.
Вот Эгон
The
вернулся.
people are returning, slowly but surely. Unfortunately, our show of support for the mages has angered many.
Ну, бывает.
I'll leave you to your work.
Бывает, что тут сказать. А, новый маг же у меня, да, в стане. Можно его брать. Пробовать. Улучшить зелье. Остальное все собирать и собирать.
If Segra can get one, you're back, and in one piece.
How are your people holding up?
No one's declared me a heretic recently, so I won't complain.
Farewell.
Ничего интересного. Ну давай, Дориан.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
What would be wrong with that exactly?
Nothing, at first. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed, by inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
Ну, судить еще. Точно, мы его оставили.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel? Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
Dorian was sure. Impossible as it seems.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witnessed.
I'm surprised you're not more interested in your own future.
I know enough. If that future happened, then I, and Cassandra, Cullen and the rest, failed to stop this Elder One. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Да, меня будут... Ай-яй-яй.
The Chantry isn't supporting us.
Well, that's mages all over. So many robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll just be the other side of Haven, just in case.
Do you have a problem with our new allies? With mages?
No problem with mages. You're fine, right? My problem is magic. If mages sat on their hands, everything would be fine. I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Что-то мы почти не говорим. Варик, может, он сейчас интересное скажет наконец-то.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But Red Lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my Red Lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Давайте, правда.
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet. Something like a banquet.
Word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Magic exists to serve man, and never to rule over him. Foul and corrupt are they, taken his gift and turn it against his children.
Ну, давай, подгружайся. Меня ж нормально слышно, то что-то. Что-то все молчат.
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
I know you're worried about having the mages here. Give them a chance to prove themselves.
I'm not questioning their ability or their intentions, but we cannot ignore the risks. I will not endanger the alliance you've created. We need their help. Any precautions taken will be to ensure the safety of our people and the mages themselves. Nothing more.
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charges on our side. Bull's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
Чё уже не так, а? Вас тут спасли как бы.
It never ends, evidently.
Is there an issue with the mages? Can I help?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means.
Тут она
It
права.
is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
You're flattering me.
I'm not. This always happens. Nobody ever takes my meaning.
You should see your face.
I'm thinking less flattering things now. Let's hope the breach has your sense of humor.
Какая серьезная, а? Вот тю-тю. А я бы её заромантил. Эх, Кассандра, Кассандра.
Greetings.
Не, ничего нового.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Что такое со соратников особо не достает? Вот что мне не нравится. Давай, бык.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
О боги, нет.
I've got no problem with normal magic, but Tevinter goes beyond all reason.
I know, right? The Vints are always pushing. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
Nice work at Redcliffe. I could help the mages learn to work with Inquisition soldiers if you like. Not that the chief has any apostates in the group.
We'll talk later.
Ничего такого.
Good day to you.
Мне, кстати, может, я что-нибудь могу сделать?
Here, have something to drink.
Оружие, например.
You need something? Let me know. Another time then.
Так, окей. Совершенствовать оружие давайте. Лучше у нас есть Сера, Дориан, Варик. Так, мушка есть? С мушками пока пусто. Эти и стоят, плечи бьянки.
You need something? Let me know.
There was never going to be an easy answer to the mage dilemma. What you did for the mages took courage. You gave them a chance. Everyone deserves one.
Так, сейчас секунду, мне придется случиться. Так, все, я здесь. Там позвонили. Теперь я с вами. Так. Он мне, интересно, ваш ничего и не сказал, да? И не скажет?
Something on your mind?
Ничего интересного.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Оружие, кстати, может там есть? А вот клинок, например. 128. Мне кажется, лучше к силе. Вот тут бы лазурит тело сложение. Ну и силу.
Should serve you well. Another time, then.
Где там Кассандра? Ну да, получше будет. $94. На войну хоть похож. Так, надо сейчас лишнее продать. А, я ж там кинжалов на это. Много нашел. Тера. $208. И 144.
Magic exists to serve man and never to
Да, хорошо, что инвентарь расширил. Большой магический топор. Ну и, думаю, хватит.
Seat me by your side in
Ставки командования.
Make me one within your glory, and let the world once more see.
Ну, пойдемте к карте. Полчаса я на это тратил.
I don't understand. I thought the chant of light bound us all together.
Не, Жозефина попросить о пирушке.
Good day to you.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
Так, у нас тут что-то новое, да?
There's nothing to do with fairness. We simply can't accommodate them if they bring that many servants.
I will speak to the Duchess. She can be reasoned with, after a fashion.
Ну, давайте
Let's see
разведку.
what we have.
Да, тут
Let us begin.
будем лучше мирно. Ну, что-то готов. Повышение стабильности. Принимаем отчет. Вывести маков.
All right.
Что, дальше идем? Попробуем.
Best of the mages are ready, Herald. Be certain you are prepared for the assault on the breach. We cannot know how you will be affected.
Ну что, поехали. Брешь окончательно закрывать, а? Что-то, мне кажется, она окончательно не закроется. Было бы слишком быстро и слишком просто. Да. Привет, Авилум. Давайте Дориана, правда, Варика и Кассандру. Попробуем такой вариант. Да я хорошо. Ты как?
Focus past the herald. Let his will draw from you.
Еще нету. Есть здесь. Ну что опять, а? Может, она так круто закрылась, не? Справился? Not bad. И это все включилось ради одной заставки? Духи и демоны. Тот первый раз она была цветком, как роза без шипов в начале пьесы. Любви настолько чистой я ни в ком не знал по эту сторону завес. Но что за страсть родилась в розе той, когда я вновь ее призывал из тени? Уверен, пред такой красотой любой мужчина пал бы на колени. И поцелуя вспомнил, вспоминая вкус, я в третий раз позвал ее беспечно. Увы, легко моих избегнув уз, она влилась мне в сердце хваткой желчной. Любовью я была, но ты в 3 дня перетворил желание меня. Как-то так. Сонет 126. Влюбленный дух. Магистерация. Тут стихи вам даже читаю на стриме. Нет. Не расскажу, я уже это название забыл. Ладно, духи демона я помню. Так, почему я смотрю туда? Я смотрю, типа, в чат, в свой окно-чат, такой, типа, я с вами говорю, а на самом деле надо смотреть в камеру. Вам в глаза. Как, кстати, получилось? Или сейчас титры пойдут, а? Обойдешься.
Solus confirms the heavens are scarred but calm. The breach is sealed. We've reports of lingering rifts, and many questions remain. But this was a victory. Word of your heroism has spread.
You know how many were involved. Luck put me at the center.
A strange kind of luck. I'm not sure if we need more or less. But you're right. This was a victory of Alliance. One of the few in recent memory. With the breach closed, that alliance will need new focus.
Так, а вот это мне не нравится. И кто на нас напасть решил? Я тебе другой меч сделал. Класс. Это поворот, ну конечно. Да, не дадут нам отправить. Так, схрон. А что, бомбы не пополняются? Ну, ребят, беда не приходит одна.
Cullen?
One watchguard reporting. It's a massive force, the bulk over the mountain.
Under what banner?
None.
None?
Без знамени.
can't come in unless you open.
Ты кто?
I'm Cole. I came to warn you, to help. People are coming to hurt you. You probably already know.
What is this? What's going on?
The Templars come to kill you.
Templars?
Храмовники.
Is this the Order's response to our talks with the mages, attacking blindly?
The Red Templars went to the Elder One. You know him, he knows you. You took his mages. There.
Красные?
This Elder
Ух ты ж, ёшкиш. Похоже на красный лириум.
Very angry that you took his mages.
Cullen, give me a plan. Anything.
Haven is no fortress. If we are to withstand this monster, we must control the battle. Get out there and hit that force. Use everything you can. Mages! You have sanction to engage them. That is Samson. He will not make it easy. Inquisition!
Главный РС,
With
привет.
the Herald! For your lives! For all of us!
Ух. Поехали. Беда не приходит одна. Только что посохом по башке зарядить нельзя ему. Вообще пофигели.
Almost ready. Keep them off us.
Будем сдерживать как можно дольше. А ты тут куда полез, а? Не-не-не-не-не. Ну да, как будто они наоборот, я понял, с лириумом. Так стреляйте. Понаехали. Лириумные наркоманы. Давай. Требушет требушетом, а лутаться никогда не поздно. Да, вот это поворот, конечно. Он почему-то на этого похож, кстати, их. Главное, я так понимаю, на это порождение тьмы из дополнения к первой части. Не? Я только что закрыл завесу, спасаю мир, блин. Архитектор, точно, вот. Ну, прям похож. Что-то похожее, по крайней мере. Давайте, давайте. Активнее, ребят, активнее. О-о-о-о! Никакого огня. Или это наш огонь? Тут будет что на изучение взять. Вот. Красный лилиум. Ну да. Че, в этой части, я так понимаю, мы будем бороться с красным лилиумом, может. Что да, мне его по-любому надо весь разрушить. Себе бы новый посох сделать, а? Ланарес, как твои дела? В работе. Ты все равно зашла, это прям приятно. Хорошо тебе поработать. Надеюсь, интересно. Ну, блин, я вообще в шоке просто. Что тут творится? Ну, давай, давай. Лавина сейчас будет. Кто бы сомневался. Хотя для нас-то нормально. А вот для них плохо. Дракон.
Shit, who ordered the end of the damned world? Everyone to the gates.
Дракон. Класс. Блин. Не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не. Лети своей дорогой. Так, мне надо спасти людей. Опа, да ты умница. Или нет? Мне кажется, надо было бить просто ящики. Теперь до меня доходит, что я некоторые места мог так проходить. Да, точно, дракон. Дракон! Ты думаешь, нас эти деревяшка спасет от дракона? О, он уже залетел. Да надо спасать людей. Да блин, вы как черти из табакерки, а. Бесите. Давайте, жрите молнию. Я тут мир спасать пытаюсь. Они все прут и прут. Ух ты, здоровяк какой, а. Тоже умри. Красный лириум, это хорошо. Что я несу? Хорошо. Просто что-то новенькое, что продать или что мне с ним делать? Да сколько вас тут, а? Давайте, ребят, своих не бросаем. Вот это все на изучение надо будет бросить. Если будет где изучать. Если будет где... Так, мы поняли, что ты можешь так, да? Куда ж от вас деться, а? Ну, судок в пламени, ничего страшного. Давай, давай, давай. Не-не-не, ребят. Я вас близко пускать не хочу к себе. 12 уровень. Да, сейчас я тут это пошарюсь. Да, и уровень потом распределим. Жесть, конечно. Такого поворота я не ожидал.
He tried to stop a Templar. The blade went deep. He's going to die.
А ты кто такой? Не, мальчик это правда какой-то интересный.
Our position is not good. That dragon stole back any time you might have earned us.
I've seen an archdemon. I was in the Fade, but it looked like that.
I don't care what it looks like. It's got a path for that army. They'll kill everyone in Haven.
The Elder One doesn't care about the village. He only wants the Herald.
If you know why he wants me, just say it.
I don't. He's too loud. It hurts to hear him. He wants to kill you. No one else matters, but he'll crush them, kill them anyway. I don't like him.
Это местный пророк.
You don't like... Herald, there are no tactics to make this survivable. The only thing that slowed them was the avalanche. We could turn the remaining trebuchets, cause one last slide.
We're overrun. To hit the enemy, we'd bury Haven.
We're dying, but we can decide how. Many don't get that choice.
Yes, that. Chancellor Roderick can help. He wants to say it before he dies.
There is a path. You wouldn't know it unless you'd made the summer pilgrimage, as I have. The people can escape. She must have shown me. Andraste must have shown me so I could tell you.
What are you on about, Roderick?
It was whim that I walked the path. I did not mean to start. It was overgrown. Now, with so many in the Conclave dead, to be the only one who remembers... I don't know, Harold. If this simple memory can save us, this could be more than mere accident. You could be more.
What about it, Cullen? Will it work?
Possibly, if he shows us the path. But what of your escape? Perhaps you will surprise it. Find a way. Inquisition, follow Chancellor Roderick through the Chantry. Move!
Herald, if you are meant for this, if the Inquisition is meant for this, I pray for you.
Теперь он на нашу сторону. Все-таки встал. Я даже надеюсь, что он выживет.
Keep the Elder One's attention until we're above the tree line.
Я один.
If we are to have a chance, if you are to have a chance, let that thing hear you.
А нет, не один.
We need to be noticed. Happens to be a specialty of mine.
Давайте, я сейчас вам как наколдую. Но я еще написал становление Инквизиции, да? Тут бы выживание Инквизиции получается. Ну, мы выживем, я думаю. Ну да, мы те, кто занимается делом. Красное оружие у них. Лириумное тоже получается. А ну сюда. Ну что не зелье умеют автоматически пить, а? Как же я все-таки люблю РПГ хорошие. Не. Он усиливает его, что ли? Да, где герой Ферлдена, мать его? Я его вроде воспитывал в культурного и хорошего, благородного эльфа. А, точно, он... Ну, ребят, расходимся, он с Морриган же у меня ушел. Они там отдыхают. Да, это за стенами. Ясно, там закрыто. Мне нравятся доспехи, вот хоть это магические, но такие как тяжелые, но мне нравится. Я хочу еще такой что-нибудь следующее себе. Так, не, мне не надо, чтобы в спину входили. Ты. О, Варик хоть успел зелье выпить. Там ему что ли барьеры учить, а? Да так маны не напасешься. Я вроде больше боевой. Серые стражи, ну... Но я буду, честно, рад увидеть их, особенно героев Эралдена. Ребят, давайте, защищайте меня, я двигаю эту фигню. Ясно. Придется несколько раз повторить. Как с этими справиться сами, я думаю. Потому что я в качалку не ходила. Давай, железный. Так, зелье есть, это главное. Тоже. Куда из-под тишка? Так, как там новенького зовут, я уже забыл. Ну ладно, он выпал, сделали, все хорошо. Да вы офигели там. Ну, лучше магов сначала убирать. Вот это тварь! Бомбу туда. Я близко подходить к нему не хочу. Давай еще бомбу. Пусть пчелы его там жалят. Варик, Варик, Варик. Давай, вставай, давай. Отлично. Бомбы все потратила. Да, в середине игры научиться поднимать соратников, да? Надо было зажимать правую кнопку мыши на них, как выяснилось, экспертным путем. Дедушка, привет. А за что магов осуждать? Или ты не любишь, когда играют за магов? Интересно, за кого дедушка тогда топит? Ну, я наоборот считаю, что все люди все-таки должны быть свободны и должны... Бустик где? У меня не до бустига, у меня мало этих очков, я особо пока не вижу в нем смысла. Ну их надо тоже научить внутри себя самим контролировать. Контролирующие власти среди магов, я думаю, правильнее было бы даже. А контролировать их нужны все, также такие же равные законы, как у других, по сути. А так будет много недовольных, если вот так контролировать. Это уже попахивает диктатурой. Я бы сказал. Ну, знаешь, везде есть отступники, везде есть предатели, везде есть бандиты. Тоже есть слои населения, которые будут твою же ж недовольны. Это точно архитектор?
Pretender, you toy with forces beyond your ken, no more.
What are you? Why are you doing this?
Mortals beg for truth they cannot have. It is beyond what you are, what I was. Know me. Know what you have pretended to be. Exalt the Elder One. The will that is Corypheus.
Coryphée.
You will kneel.
Why are you here? You haven't even asked for anything.
I ask for nothing, because it is not in your power to give. But that will not stop me. I am here for the anchor. The process of removing it begins now.
Не-не-не, рука мне еще пригодится.
It is your fault, Herald. You interrupted a ritual years in the planning, and instead of dying, you stole its purpose. I do not know how you survived, but what marks you as touched, what you flail at rifts, I crafted to assault the very heavens. And you used the anchor to undo my work. The gall.
Why did the Divine die? For this chaos!
The chaos will empower me and ensure we no longer beg at the feet of the invisible. I once breached the Fade in the name of another to serve the old gods of the Empire in person. I found only chaos and corruption, dead whispers. For 1,000 years I was confused, no more. I have gathered the will to return under no name but my own, to champion withered to winter and correct this blighted world. Beg that I succeed, for I have seen the throne of the gods, and it was empty.
Ну и пусть будет пустой, блин.
The
Бешеная тварь,
anchor
а.
is permanent. You have spoilt it with your stumbling. So be it. I will begin again. Find another way to give this world the nation and God it requires.
Спели.
And you, I will not suffer even an unknowing rival. You must die.
You expect me to fight. But that's not why I kept you talking. Enjoy your victory. Here's your prize!
Боже, страшная тварь, а. Опа. В шахту, в пещеру. Куда я упал? Да, есть всегда разница между отступником, предателем и отступником и предателем-магом. Я не спорю. Но я к тому веду, что контроль нужен. Но я имею в виду, что не такой тотальный. Ты знаешь, все равно, что нас бы разделяли там по профессиям, расам или каким-то возможностям. В нашем обществе. Я имею в виду, что пусть живут. Просто есть, знаешь, как есть типа охрана стражи, которые простые преступления расследуют и простых людей сдерживают, задерживают. А паладины бы следили за такой. Они были бы наравне, знаешь, что вот есть стражи паладина. Такое отдельное подразделение охраны. И все. И маги тогда не будут, они и так не безнаказаны. Я не к этому веду, что нет, пусть они наравне простые стражи. Нет, магов должны будут судить, конечно же, там, или расследовать дела магов, паладины. Паладины все равно нужны. Я имею в виду брать этот тотальный контроль совершенно. Оставить, да, круг, ну, сделать его более свободным, ну, чтобы ты мог из него уйти, если надо. Ну вот, да. Ну, я просто по старой памяти, понимаешь, я первую часть проходил за мага. Вот. Как раз там топил за магов, еще эльф-маг в первой части подписчики насоветовали, что можно было выбрать сложнее себе судьбу. Вот, ну как-то у меня к ним осталось. Что? Точно, храмовники. Почему я их паладинами называю? А? Спасибо за поправку. Храмовники. Ну, храмовники это и есть паладины ж, по сути, не? Я что-то не шарю. Насколько знаю, паладин, храмовник одно и то же. Рыцарь храма. Для меня просто это схожие. Одно и то же, по сути. Блин, холодно, отопление выключили, надо чаек пойти еще сделать бы. Просто вот проблема этого мира тут нетерпимость к магам, боязнь магов, точнее. Но тоже вот, я считаю, их... Вот, когда ты живешь в заключении, заточении, и не факт, что ты имеешь возможность выйти, ты, конечно, будешь психовать, злиться, ты хочешь большего. Нельзя человека до конца ограничивать все равно. Да, я уже Вивьен же встретил. Да. Она же мне про магов уже сказала, та-та, зачем ты магов к нам привел? Что я пешком иду? Так что нет, я не спорю, что должен быть цензур. Я говорю, что не нужен тотальный. Маги сами, вот почему есть много отступников, и есть многие маги, которые неизвестны. И которые, кстати, являются наибольшей проблемой. Это те, которые боятся заявлять о себе, потому что их заберут из семьи, от родных, из своего там это, потому что все это, ты туда попал, и все, ты теперь там живешь, забудь про все и всех. Вот к чему я. Круг должен быть, как если ты хочешь стать прям магом-магом. Должны быть какие-то университеты а-ля школы, которые как раз-таки подучат тебя. Вот. Я считаю так. Метка разрыва. Опачки. А где моя цепная молния? Опа. Инквизитор, появилась ветка. Так, давай там без спойлеров тогда. Я хочу вернуть. Делаем так. Ну, молнию мне верните-то. Так, ребята, все-таки. Ну что, хорошего отдыха тогда. Не, ребята, отлучусь на пару минут. Холодно, честно. Сейчас часть сделаю и вернусь. И, дедушка, с тобой интересно вести диалог. Скоро вернусь и посмотрим за Инквизитор. Не переключайтесь. Все, все, я здесь. Здесь, все. Ох, холодно. Однако. Эти волки, конечно, меня смущают. Сколько ж тут иду по холоду. Хорошо, что это. Мне кажется, доспех стеганина теплая будет, более-менее. Так, я ж не забыл микрофон включить. То было у меня пару раз такое. Ясно. Надеюсь, от обморожения мы тут не погибнем. И я благодарен вам за это. В квартире прохладно, и тут еще. О, я думал, не через деревья. Шапку, конечно, бы одеть потеплее, а не капюшон. Вот знаете, я скажу, вот все думают, что борода это тепло. Нет, зимой обычно, если ты ее не закутаешь шарфиком или маской, она у тебя обледенеет и покроется сосульками, вот. И это неприятно. А летом, да, летом жар. Кто тут был? Так, давай. Левой, правой. Ты посохом бы опирался, шел бы, а? Ну, теперь рука, интересно, все время светиться будет. Меня даже искали, это даже приятно. Или ждали. Надеюсь.
We cannot simply ignore this. We must find a way.
And who put you in charge? We need a consensus or we have nothing.
Please, we must use reason. Without the infrastructure of the Inquisition, we're hobbled.
I can't come from nowhere.
She didn't say it could.
Enough! This is getting us nowhere.
Well, we're agreed on that much.
Shh. You need rest.
They've been at it for hours.
They have that luxury thanks to you. The enemy could not follow, and with time to doubt, we turn to blame. Infighting may threaten as much as this Corypheus.
Do we know where Corypheus and his forces are?
We are not sure where we are, which may be why, despite the numbers he still commands, there is no sign of him. That, or you are believed dead. Or without Haven, we are thought helpless. Or he girds for another attack. I cannot claim to know the mind of that creature, only his effect on us.
They're arguing about what we do next. I need to be there.
Another heated voice won't help. Even yours. Perhaps especially yours. Our leaders struggle because of what we survivors witnessed. We saw our defender stand and fall. And now we have seen him return. The more the enemy is beyond us, the more miraculous your actions appear, and the more our trials seem ordained. That is hard to accept, no? What we have been called to endure, what we perhaps must come to believe.
Mother Giselle, I just don't see how what I believe matters. Lies or not, Corypheus is a real physical threat. You can't match that with hope alone.
Да, надежды мало.
Shadows fall and hope has fled. Still your heart, the dawn will come. The night is long and the path is dark. Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will come. The shepherd's lost, and his home is far. Keep to the stars, the dawn will come. The night is long, and the path is dark. Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will come. Bear your blade and raise it high. Stand your ground, the dawn will come. The night is long and the path is dark. Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will come. An army needs more than an enemy. It needs a
Это было мощно.
A word.
Прям пробрало. Уф.
A wise woman, worth heeding. Her kind understand the moments that unify a cause. Or fracture it. The orb Corypheus carried, the power he used against you, it is elven. Corypheus used the orb to open the breach. Unlocking it must have caused the explosion that destroyed the Conclave. I do not yet know how Corypheus survived, nor am I certain how people will react when they learn of the orb's origin.
All right. What is it and how do you know about it?
They were foci, used to channel ancient magics. I have seen such things in the Fade, old memories of older magic. Corypheus may think it Tevinter. His empire's magic was built on the bones of my people. Knowing or not, he risks our alliance. I cannot allow it.
This whole mess is confusing. I can see how elves might be an easy target.
History would agree. But there are steps we can take to prevent such a distraction.
Свет.
By attacking the Inquisition, Corypheus has changed it. Changed you. Scout to the north. Be their guide.
Красиво.
There is a place that waits for a force to hold it. There is a place where the Inquisition can build, grow.
Что-то Солос легко идет. О, как. Крепость. Прям мощная. Что, новый дом? Только событий за такое продолжительное время. Опять спорят. Ну что опять я сделал?
They arrive daily from every settlement in the region. Skyhold is becoming a pilgrimage. If word has reached these people, it will have reached the Elder One. We have the walls and numbers to put up a fight here, but this threat is far beyond the war we anticipated. But we now know what allowed you to stand against Corypheus, what drew him to you.
He came for this, and now it's useless to him, so he wants me dead. That's it.
The anchor has power, but it's not why you're still standing here. Your decisions let us heal the sky. Your determination brought us out of Haven. You are the creature's rival because of what you did. And we know it. All of us. The Inquisition requires a leader. The one who has already been leading it.
Ладно, стрим я назвал правильно. Железный.
You.
Perhaps I didn't hear you correctly. A mage at the head of the Inquisition.
Not a mage. You.
I happen to be a mage.
I will not pretend no one will object, but times are changing. Perhaps this is what the Maker intended. There would be no Inquisition without you. How it will serve, how you lead, that must be yours to decide.
Хотя, мне кажется, взгляд стал серьезный. Уже не так на олененка похож.
With fear running rampant, they need to see a mage standing for what is right. I'll defeat Corypheus standing with them, not over them.
Wherever you lead us.
Have our people been told?
They have. And soon, the world.
Commander, will they follow?
Inquisition, will you follow? Will you fight? Will we triumph?
Крутяк. Мощно. Да, ремонт, конечно, тут не помешает. Прям эпик. Что с трон будет даже?
This is where we turn that promise into action.
But what do? We know nothing about this Corypheus except that he wanted your mark.
Corypheus wants to restore Tevinter. Is this a prelude to war with the Imperium?
I get the feeling we're dealing with extremists, not the vanguard of a true invasion.
Tevinter is not the Imperium of 1,000 years ago. What Corypheus yearns to restore no longer exists. Though they would shed no tears if the South fell to chaos, I'm certain.
Corypheus said he wanted to enter the Black City, but this would make him a god.
He's willing to tear this world apart to reach the next. It won't matter if he's wrong.
What if he's not wrong? If he finds some other way into the Fade?
Then he gains the power he seeks, or unleashes catastrophe on us all.
Could his dragon really be an archdemon? What would that mean?
It would mean the beginning of another blight.
We've seen no darkspawn other than Corypheus himself. Perhaps it's not an archdemon at all, but something different?
Whatever it is, it's dangerous. Commanding such a creature gives Corypheus an advantage we can't ignore.
Someone out there must know something about Corypheus.
Unless they saw him on the field, most will not believe he even exists.
We do have one advantage. We know what Corypheus intends to do next. In that strange future you experienced, Empress Celine had been assassinated.
Imagine the chaos her death would cause. With his army.
An army he'll bolster with a massive force of demons, or so the future tells us.
Corypheus could conquer the entire south of Thedas, god or no god.
I'd feel better if we knew more about what we were dealing with.
I know someone who can help with that. Everyone acting all inspirational jogged my memory, so I sent a message to an old friend. He's crossed paths with Corypheus before and may know more about what he's doing. He can help.
I'm always looking for new allies. Introduce me.
Parading around might cause a fuss. It's better for you to meet privately, on the battlements. Trust me, it's complicated.
Защитник Кирквола.
Well, then, we stand ready to move on both of these concerns.
On your order, Inquisitor.
I know one thing.
Непривычно.
If Varric has brought who I think he has, Cassandra is going to kill him.
Да что, нормально, мило будем общаться.
This is the Inquisition. A dusty old ruin filled with battered soldiers.
If you shut your mouth and open your eyes, you'd see that the Inquisition is our one hope.
Быстрый переход тут, даже внутри. Тут что у нас? Отставка. Что в подвале? Ладно, надо было почитать, может. Да, нормально все будет с Варик.
What did they make down here? What can I make?
Хранилище. Подвал. Покрасить доспехи я могу. Прикольно. Только что так много всего надо? Эскизы получено. Оформление. Тут в подвале у меня все. Чем можно заняться, да?
Or that. I've walked away from too many burning buildings for one lifetime. This place, though, it'll be all right. It's Inquisitor now, isn't it? That'll take some getting used to.
Everyone needs time for this transition.
Time won't help. Purpose does. And I got a load of it. Everyone just got a big, hard reason to hate Corypheus. And we already did, but we didn't have a name. You did what you could, I suppose.
We left in a hurry, but you got into your old place. Save anything?
Family hammer. It's as stupid as it sounds. It's good to be back at work.
How is this place shaping up as a forge?
Better than Haven ever could be. Not the way I wanted an upgrade, but ever forward.
You've got it all up and running?
Your basics, like always. There's space here for, I don't know what. This place was built for something big. It'll be a job to fill it.
Have you any thoughts about the people we lost at Haven?
Yes.
Care to share?
No. It hurts and I don't want to spit on your efforts. You saved who you could. We have to be happy with that.
I'll be back later.
I'll be here.
С нами я же их открывал. Инквизиция. Занавески убогие, а. Инквизицию, что ж. Обстановка. Трон еще. Могу украшать, да, все? Наверное, еще ресурс понадобится для восстановления, не? Да, давненько я чай не пил. Ну, какой у него кабинет, а модный теперь.
I've made some inquiries into the Imperial Court. The sooner we deal with the threats to the Empress, the better. The political situation in the Empire is dangerously unstable. It will complicate matters.
Everything in the Empire complicates matters. It's the Orlesian national pastime.
Turn your nose up at the grand game if you like, Commander, but we play for the highest stakes, and to the death.
The Court's disapproval can be as great a threat as the Venatori. We must be vigilant to avert disaster.
Don't worry, Josephine. We'll protect the Empress no matter what.
I pray you're right. If your vision of the future comes to pass, the death of the Empress heralds the destruction of everything.
Будем ее охранять.
Orlais holds Tevinter at bay. All of Tedas could be lost if the Empire falls to Corypheus. Celine is holding peace talks under the auspices of a grand masquerade. Every power in Orlais will be there. It's the perfect place for an assassin to hide.
Does Celine know about the threats against her? Can we send word?
I've sent messages to the Empress, but it's impossible to know if she's received them. I'll arrange for an invitation at your discretion, Inquisitor.
Так это ставка, я в ставку еще не хочу. Угу, переместиться не могу, да? А, у меня ж уровень. Вот Инквизитор, что тут у нас? Давайте сразу прокачаем пассивку эту. Лишним не будет. О, ну тут рядом все. Здесь они все разберут это. Это неудобно передвигаться.
So much room for whatever was here.
Артефакты. Подъем наверх. Что ты, Солос, тут?
Greetings.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
We spoke of this on our travels to Skyhall. What more can I tell you? Cassandra and Varric seem more familiar with their adversary.
You've given me good counsel before. I could use some now.
My apologies, Inquisitor. My poor manners shame me. I claim no secret wisdom, but I will guess as best I can.
I would like to know more about the orb he carries.
As I said, that must be the means by which he created the breach. I suspect the blast that destroyed the Conclave was more accident than anything. The result of unlocking power that had sought release for ages. What I cannot understand is how he managed to survive such an explosion.
You said that you believe the orb is Elven.
I never would have believed a Tevinter mage could unlock such a powerful relic. It clearly enhances his abilities, giving him access to power he should never have known.
Like the power to control the Archdemon.
Indirectly, one assumes. Nothing in any law connects my people to the old god dragons who became archdemons.
What do you think Corypheus will do next?
You shamed him when you destroyed Haven. Spoiled his glorious victory. It would be worse to acknowledge that you had done so. He must continue on his course or show weakness. He will return to his plans to throw Orlais into chaos, and then conquer it for Tevinter.
You're sure that's what he'll do?
As certain as is possible. Assuming I can plausibly predict a man who seeks to rise to godhood.
And can you?
The key is understanding this. No real god need prove himself. Anyone who tries is mad or lying. His deception will undo him, as it has done countless fools before.
What can you tell me about the source of Corypheus's power?
According to the law, the ancient Magistars of Tevinter received guidance from the old gods. Corypheus commands a false archdemon, a corrupted old god. This suggests he no longer sees himself as their minion. Some of his unique power comes from the corruption of the Blight. The rest may come from the orb he carries.
I'm interested in what you told me of yourself and your studies. If you have time, I'd like to hear more.
You continue to surprise me. All right, let us talk. Preferably somewhere more interesting than this.
Куда он меня отведет? Вот и продвижение, да, в их историях моих соратников. Опять загрузка. Долгие загрузки мне не нравятся, конечно. Есть. Блин, надо себе новый коврик уже купить. Помодней. Да побольше. Кто там?
Why here? Haven is familiar. It will always be important to you.
We talked about that already.
I sat beside you while you slept, studying the anchor.
I'm glad someone was watching over me.
You were a mystery. You still are. I ran every test I could imagine. Searched the Fade, yet found nothing. Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
I would never have agreed to that.
You were in no position to argue. You were never going to wake up? How could you? A mortal sent physically through the Fade. I was frustrated, frightened. The spirits I might have consulted had been driven away by the breach. Although I wished to help, I had no faith in Cassandra, or she in me. I was ready to flee.
But you stayed.
I did. I told myself, one more attempt to seal the rifts. I tried and failed. No ordinary magic would affect them. I watched the rifts expand and grow, resigned myself to flee, and then... It It seems you hold the key to our salvation. You had sealed it with a gesture. And right then, I felt the whole world change.
It was that impressive to see me awake?
You had walked in the Fade. I have explored the Fade more than anyone alive. But even I can only visit in dreams. But you might have been able to visit me here while awake.
What do you mean?
Where do you think we were?
This isn't real.
That's a matter of
Только
debate.
дошло.
Probably best discussed after you wake up.
Ты засны. Ну, начал догадаться, что мы в тени, там разлом остался еще. Ох уж эти загрузки. Тягость как-то они. Игра уже давно не новая. Самое что. Где с другими поговорю, захочу, за этих получше не будет этих загрузок. О, одежда. В белом. Цвет только что ли? Я уже привык к простому. А, я могу прям капитально поменять. Вот это мне больше нравится. Доспехи еще. Не слишком. Ой, не-не-не, не мой стиль. Ночная стража. Мне нравится. Ну, это мои покои. С видом на гору.
They have certainly spared no expense.
Давайте без загрузок только. Больших хотя бы. Я сейчас с другом Варика хочу встретиться. Успеть. Что это у меня тут? Ждущие суда у нас тут уже. Ну, раз я здесь, давайте.
Impressive, is it not? Fit for a leader, meant to show influence and the burden of it. It is where the Inquisition will sit in judgment, where you will sit in judgment.
Who will I be judging exactly?
Those who have done wrong. You will know of them, at the very least. All this presumes they have survived their initial encounter with you, of course.
Still more lives in my hands.
You are a beacon of law, Inquisitor, as others retreat from responsibility. But this needn't be bloody. The Inquisition's sovereignty is derived from the allies who validate it. You are both empowered and bound. Justice has many tools. If their application is clever, execution may even seem merciful by comparison.
Давай, попробую.
Is there anyone I should judge?
Take the throne when you're ready. We will bring him before you.
Его. Прям интересно попробовать.
This was a surprise. After you return from the bogs, we discovered this man attacking the building with a goat. Chief Movran the Under. He feels slighted by the killing of his Avar tribesmen, who repeatedly attacked you first. What should we do with him? Where should he go?
Позами наскидал.
You answered the death of your clan with a goat?
A courtroom? Unnecessary. You killed my idiot son, and I answered, as is my custom, by smacking your holdings with goat's blood.
Don't look at me.
No foul. You meant to murder Tevinters, but got feisty with your Inquisition. A red-headed mother guarantees a brat. Do as you've earned, Inquisitor. My clan yields. My remaining boys have brains still in their heads.
Израил. Что мы с ним сделали? Пусть убираются.
I don't have time for idiots. Let's get this over with. Chief Movran, crimes, etc. You and your people just get out.
Push us out. You've earned it. Have fun with whoever we push back.
Да, нелегко придется. Кому-то не всем угодишь. Еще. Мне пока интересно, нравится.
You recall Gerion Alexius of the Winter. Ferelden has given him to us as an acknowledgement of your aid. The formal charges are apostasy, attempted enslavement, and attempted assassination on your own life, no less. Tevinter has disowned and stripped him of his rank. You may judge the former Magister as you see fit.
I remember what would have happened to Thedas if his treachery had succeeded.
I couldn't save my son. Do you think my fate matters to me?
Will you offer nothing more in your defense?
You've won nothing. The people you saved, the acclaim you've gathered. You'll lose it all in the storm to come. Render your judgment, Inquisitor.
Он может быть полезным. Ну чё, хотя он знает, что не спасти.
Your magic was theoretically impossible, Alexius. I could use people like you. Your sentence is to serve, under guard, as a researcher on all things magical for the Inquisition.
No execution? Very well.
Это реально полезно будет нам. Намного полезнее. Все? Просто, ну, глупо. Он магию времени, по сути, нам открыл. А его убивать не настолько глупо. Ты что не скажешь?
I've never done anything like that before. Do you regularly talk to people in dreams?
No. Consider that one more rule you have effortlessly broken in your rise to power. I had no idea that the anchor would allow you to dream with such focus. It is truly remarkable. But I am reasonably certain we are awake now. And if you wish to discuss anything, I would enjoy talking.
Да, уже говорили.
Goodbye.
Теперь я еще и судья. Ну, он себе красиво тут сделал. Мне нравится его стиль. Дориан, что ты теперь скажешь? Решение.
Isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
You don't need to worry about me. I can keep up.
Yes, I noticed that.
Did you now?
Certainly. If you were a slack-jawed yokel, you'd already be dead. I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters, a dark spawn.
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is. Not us. They say Darkspawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to admit they shit the bed. But if Corypheus is one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's Darkspawn, what other explanation is there?
Why does that make you angry?
Because the Imperium is my home. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no, it was us all along. We destroyed the world.
Last I checked, the Blights hadn't actually destroyed the world.
Not for lack of trying. If they were more clever, they'd have unleashed something that would really do the job. No one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
We don't know what will happen. Nobody does.
An optimist! Such a rare breed. I've stumbled upon a unicorn. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world. Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
Какой-то он недовольный слишком.
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes? I should thank you. The way things ended in Redcliffe, you could have demanded anything you wished. Yet you chose to make us equal partners. I was not expecting that.
You rebelled for good reason.
I knew you, of all people, would understand. I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter, leader of a rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you're no doubt well aware.
You were once a Grey Warden?
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death. But long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a warden. They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened.
Интересно.
So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, the first warden ever to be kicked out. Quite the achievement.
You sound happy about it.
Becoming a warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It also made me unique in the Circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a warden.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion?
I pushed for our vote to free the Circles of Magi, but I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
You're not still the Grand Enchanter, then?
Any claim I had to the title ended along with the Circles of Magi, although some still call me by it. Perhaps the Circles will one day be resurrected. If so, another will take the position. Until that time, I lead my fellow mages by default. I will do what I can for them.
You believe they'll recreate the Circle of Magi after all this?
It depends on who the next divine is, and what she offers. We can't go back to the way things were. But endless warfare benefits no one. That is why I agreed to Justinia's conclave. There must be another solution.
I've been meaning to ask, how exactly did the Venatori take control in Redcliffe?
Mages constantly found their way to us while we were there. Stragglers, most of them strangers. I had no way of knowing some were actually Tevinter. They spread whispers, encouraged talk of an alliance, and we were desperate. I'm not proud of our choice, but we were certain Templars were coming. It could have ended far worse.
I trust everything is well with the mages?
Most are pleased with the Alliance, even if we wonder what will happen next.
I'll leave you to it.
Greetings to you, Inquisitor. I am to serve as assistant to any research concerns. You'll find my skills are exceptional. I hope they prove useful.
You're taking over the duties of Meneve?
Yes. A death provided the vacancy. I am told there are many who will miss her. My skills will ensure that you do not miss her ability.
How can you serve the Inquisition?
I am to aid in the research of all creatures encountered in your efforts as leader of the Inquisition.
What makes you particularly qualified?
I remember being fond of animals. I don't remember why.
You were made tranquil?
Yes, I am tranquil. It was necessary due to a willful nature that made wielding magic a dangerous endeavor. I remember that being a difficult time, but I cannot remember why. My skills are well used in my current position.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Adequate, based on the partial improvements to Skyhold.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Отлично, надо не забывать тоже про эти столы. Ты кто?
Oh, Inquisitor! Greetings. I was recently appointed by Sister Liliana to keep her books in order. I'm so pleased to be here, helping out in my small way. Well, I should get back to work.
Да. Вернись к работе. Лилиана.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
The names of those we lost. You must blame me for this.
We all saw who attacked us. We know exactly who to blame.
I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
You look out for your people. That's a good thing.
Is it? My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
Our people aren't tools to be used and discarded. Your instincts were right. Their lives matter.
Can we afford such sentimentality? What if Corypheus...
We are better than Corypheus.
Лилиана опять грузится. Жозефиной тоже поговорил. Я хочу переместиться. Пока спустишься туда-сюда.
Fertile ground, even here. This hold has everything.
А ты кто?
Inquisitor, Elan Vemar. Honored to represent the College of Herbalists and offer my services as apothecary. I intend to carry on the work of my esteemed colleague, Adan. He thought highly of you. You will be missed.
I look forward to working with you.
And are you? I wasn't sure what to think of you people, but recent events have put those doubts to bed. All the mundane needs of Skyhold will be well tended. If you note anything special, let me know. I'm here to serve the cause we must.
Сеять семена можно? Угу. Круто.
Inquisitor.
As you were.
Of course, Inquisitor.
Что ж оно такое все здоровое, а? О, не пугайте, так спасибо за подписку. Да, тут у меня теперь много всего. Да что ж такое? Ладно, там стрелу можно было изучить. Как вот туда попасть, а? Ай-яй-яй-яй. Живи. Визитор. Да вы меня выпустите. О. Через замок надо.
Hello, Inquisitor. Honored to help with these, whatever they are.
We'll get him back.
Honored, Inquisitor. Gotzi Sturhald. Did my part on the walls, and now I'm on this strange collection you've brought us. Don't know it's worth to the fight exactly, but it's good workmanship.
Any ideas about the origin of these reliefs?
To Vinter, early. It's in the tool marks, the grain. That's hard dust mined from the 100 Pillars, if I know anything. Oh, I suppose the scene is probably full of Tevinter robes, too.
The 100 Pillars?
Damnedest things. Massive spires that aren't stone. It's like a mortar. Don't know more than that. Strong, though.
Do you have any insight into the stories these tiles are supposed to depict?
Here you go, Inquisitor. I wrote up some thoughts. Hope it adds to the effort.
Ну а тут уже что? За квест.
The order was sent?
Yes, Commander.
Пускали нам еще поговорить.
Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there.
Yes, sir.
Commander, soldiers have been assigned temporary quarters.
Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well. Now!
Тут же тоже интересно все, так в
We
новинку.
set up as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
Is everything all right?
If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. And I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will not run from here, Inquisitor.
How many were lost?
Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but has improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor.
Inquisitor Trevelyan. It sounds odd, don't you think?
Not at all.
Is that the official response?
I suppose it is. But it's the truth. We needed a leader. You have proven yourself.
You responded quickly to the attack on Haven. Without that, so many more would have died. I'm grateful for any help you can give.
Thank you, Inquisitor. I will do everything I can to ensure the security of our people. You have my word.
Нам надо мальчика спасти. А это этот.
This thing is not a stray puppy you can make into a pet. It has no business being here.
Wouldn't you say the same of an apostate?
Inquisitor, I wondered if Cole was perhaps a mage, given his unusual abilities.
He can cause people to forget him, or even fail entirely to notice him. These are not the abilities of a mage. It seems that Cole is a spirit.
It is a demon.
If you prefer, although the truth is somewhat more complex.
Cole warned us about Corypheus at Haven. He saved a lot of lives.
And what will its help cost? How many lives will this demon later claim?
In fact, his nature is not so easily defined.
Speak plainly, Solas. What are we dealing with?
Demons normally enter this world by possessing something. In their true form, they look bizarre, monstrous.
But you claim Cole looks like a young man. Is it possession?
No. He has possessed nothing and no one. And yet he appears human in all respects. Cole is unique, Inquisitor. More than that, he wishes to help. I suggest you allow him to do so.
Не-не. Он нам
I
правда
should hear
полез.
what Cole has to say for himself. Where is he now?
If none of us remember him, he could be anywhere.
Haven. So many soldiers fought to protect the pilgrims so they could escape. Choking fear. Can't think from the medicine, but the cuts rack me with every heartbeat. Hot, white pain. Everything burns. I can't. I'm going to... I'm dying. I'm... dead.
You're feeling their pain.
It's louder this close, with so many of them.
Would you like to go somewhere more comfortable?
Yes, but here is where I can help. Every breath slower, like lying in a warm bath, sliding away. Smell of my daughter's hair when I kiss her goodnight. Gone.
Это даже жутко как-то.
Cracked brown pain, dry, scraping, thirsty. Here.
Thank you.
It's all right. She won't remember me.
Solus tried to explain what you are, but honestly, I stopped listening after a while. Any chance you could explain it?
Yes. I used to think I was a ghost. I didn't know. I made mistakes, but I made friends too. Then a Templar proved I wasn't real. I lost my friends. I lost everything. I learned how to be more like what I am. It made me different, but stronger. I can feel more. I can help.
If you're willing, the Inquisition could use your help.
Yes, helping. I help the hurt, the helpless. There's someone. Hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Someone make it stop hurting. Make her, please. The healers have done all they can. It will take him hours to die. Every moment will be agony. He wants mercy. Help.
All right. Help him.
It's all right. I want to stay.
Ну, жутко, но пусть будет так.
Inquisitor, is there something I can do for you? I should really focus my attention on the injured.
Да пусть
As
занимается.
you were.
Your worship.
Как же тут много всего.
Glad I'm working with you, not...
What? Assassins? Templars? Mages? Magisters?
No, not them.
Sisters? Nobles? Merchants? Commission men?
First, a full wheel of Antivan smoked cheese, and now 3 royals worth of crushed mint. They were right here. I remember seeing someone take them. I can't recall their face.
There's no end of it. I could store an army.
Ого. Выглядит круто. Место. Бродить не перебродите.
Whole bag of turnips into the fire. Ah, Mecca, the smell is everywhere. I'm gonna use them for dinner and then...
Да, пошел я навстречу, я уже запутался. Что там за квест? Так неудобно тут. Давайте создать военный совет. Пора уже сделать это.
Any word?
Nothing yet.
На стене. Ну да, я вот понял уже. Так тайны мне аж надо там. Чтобы открыть. Искусственные руки я хотел открыть точно. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой, сколько дел! Ух ты ж. Соберем отчеты. Ух ты ж. Еще что-то готов. Влияние. Отлично. Это теперь ресурс, прям ресурс. Фэрил Дэнни еще больше. Ты не на дрем. Ты что? Надо помочь. Да. Лилиана, ты займешься. Дальше. Ну что ты в порождениях тьмы? Это чтоб на квесты пойти, так понимаю, да. Взял в убежище.
At your service.
Да, давай. Просьба Дориана. А, точно.
To work?
Присоединить свиноторин тоже. Это завершено. Пока я сюда не хочу. Ну, а что не нажимается? Ну. Вот. Давайте виноторию погоняем. Пустыню я не хочу пока. Пойдем в Феррелт, не пока. Похозяйничаем, ладно. Давайте разведаем морозную котловину. Я понял. Я хочу до той стены дойти. Все-таки. И небольшой перерыв. Скоро вернусь. Так, я снова здесь. Журнал вообще. Ух. Ну вот с Вариком как раз поговорить на стене. Надо. Туда телепортироваться никак. Со внутреннего двора. Неудобно сделали, блин, слишком большая хап-локация. Ну, раз я тут, и Кассандра тоже. Сначала с Кассандрой.
Have you met this friend of Varric's, Inquisitor?
Not yet, no.
It had better not be who I think it is. I will wring that little bastard's neck.
Why? Who do you think it is?
Someone Varric claimed he could not contact. Someone the Inquisition, indeed all of Thedas, desperately needed. I'll reserve judgment until I know for certain. No need to have that rogue screaming persecution yet again.
Do you have any advice for me?
Tell that demon, what does it call itself? Cole. Tell it to leave. He may not mean harm, but that does not mean he will not harm us. Spirits are not creatures to take at face value. Be cautious with him, Inquisitor.
Do you have any advice for me?
Treat Dorian with caution. It's possible he could be what he seems. A Tevinter mage wishing to do better than his countrymen. What if he is not? At best, his presence makes the Inquisition appear to have questionable allies.
Do you have any advice for me?
Watch the treasury carefully, with that Sarah present.
You think she's here to rob us?
Possibly not, but I would hardly put it past her.
Do you have any advice for me?
It's good that you recruited Enchanter Vivian into the Inquisition. She is ambitious, but has always shown sense in her dealings with the Chantry. My advice would be to watch her, but heed her when she speaks. That one wastes no words.
Да, она про всех сейчас
Do
скажет.
you have any advice for me?
We must keep an eye on the College of Clerics. The moment they elect a divine, things could change quickly.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Inquisitor, huh? Well, you've got the fortress for it. Speaking of which, when you've got a second, there's something I want to show you.
What did you want me to come see?
Here, come on. I'll show you.
И что там у него? Надеюсь, нет, не
Why
загрузка.
am I dressed like this? You'll see. Come on. It'll be worth your time, I promise. Evening. Iron Bull. My merc band just joined up.
Tanner. I'm from Jader. Well, near Jader.
Mira. I was guard captain for Lady Pendel. Signed on after shit blew up at the Conclave. Share a drink? Who's your friend?
This is Grim. He doesn't talk much.
А что такое Ланерис?
So, you ready to kill some demons? Or Venatori? Or whatever that Corypheus asshole is?
This isn't just about killing. We're helping the Inquisitor save the world and build the next empire.
Well, long as I get paid, I'm happy. That's why I signed up.
I just couldn't spend my whole life on a farm. Needed to live a little, you know.
What about you, Mira? Why'd you join up? I thought you were serving some noble.
I saw what happened at Haven. The Inquisitor staring down that monster and his archdemon. I don't think the Chant of Light as much as I should. But you can't see something like that and not believe.
Well, Grim and I should find our tents. Thanks for the drink.
Ну, не могу я просто так не пройти
I know
мимо.
every soldier under my command. You don't have that option. But a few faces might help.
You made it sound like you didn't like the Inquisition.
People don't always tell the truth when you're polite. You've got to poke them a bit.
But those two soldiers might think you're an asshole.
So?
It was good to get their perspective.
Yeah. Sounds like we could use an easy win for boys like Tanner. And vets like Mira have seen enough to be wary. You've got a good army coming along. Remember that. No matter what comes next.
Просто ж знаю биовар. Просто так. Не будут они что-нибудь все расскажут, а если ты будешь достаточно любопытен и исследовать все, это у тебя воздастся. Вот он, наконец-то. Я дошел.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawk, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him, after all.
This view reminds me of my home in Kirkwall. I had a balcony that overlooked the whole city. I loved it at first. But after a while, all I could see were the people out there depending on me.
If I thought like that, I'd never get anything done.
How do you put it out of your head?
I go out into the wilderness and find something that wants to kill me. That usually clears my mind.
It always worked for me. And speaking of things that want to kill you...
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
If that's what happened to the Wardens, do you think we can free them?
It's possible. But we need to know more first. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Stroud. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
If you didn't know about Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you describe.
Hopefully my friend in the Wardens will know more.
I appreciate the help.
I'm doing this as much for myself as for you. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time, I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor.
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
When the Wardens began acting strangely, I had my friend Aveline take my brother out of the Free Marches. My uncle Gamlen's still in Kirkwall. But everyone else I used to know, they've pretty much scattered to the winds.
Where did you go after the mages rebelled?
I heard the Chantry might be sending an exalted march to Kirkwall to put down the rebellion. I hoped that leaving would save lives and force the Divine to divide her forces to come after me. As it turned out, I needn't have bothered. All the circles started rising up, and the exalted march never came.
You said you thought you killed Corypheus?
The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back. Or maybe it's old Tevinter magic. But he was dead. I swear it.
Varric said you were the champion of Kirkwall. I've only heard a little about what happened there.
What happened at Kirkwall was the same thing that happened everywhere. Fearful of blood magic and abominations, the Templars brutally suppressed the Circle. And in their desperation to survive, the mages of the Circle turned to blood magic, or
became abominations. Finally, a rebel mage named Anders destroyed Kirkwall's chantry, and everything came tumbling down.
I heard that Anders was your friend. What was he like?
I don't know if there ever was just Anders. He was crazy. By the end, there was nothing left in him except this insane need to start a war no one could win.
I assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition? What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition.
We'll talk later.
I'll meet you at Crestwood.
Крествуйте. Да уж, чем дальше, тем интересней. И страннее. Оу. Переместиться никак нельзя. А жаль. Вот чем, конечно, чревато. Вот чем, получается, был хорош Mass Effect. У тебя корабль, он небольшой. Со всеми быстро поговорил, пошел дальше. Главное, Шариджин, у тебя в лагере встал, со всеми поговорил, пошел дальше. Конечно, да, сделали зрелищно, все большое. Теперь пока ты все это сделаешь. Пока ты дойдешь до куда надо. О. Что тут? Калин? Ничего не понимаю. Он тут сидеть должен. Ой.
Strange thing. When I reached down, my dagger was gone. Just gone. Know where I found it? In a barrel. The thing was filled to the brim with daggers. Got the strangest feeling. I know someone took it right off my belt, but I can't recall who.
Кол пошалил. Еще надо привыкнуть ко всему этому. Что в некоторые места надо делать перемещение сразу. Такие. Три квеста, да? Поиск стражи. Давай, отправляй разведчиков.
Are you all right, Leliana?
Are you?
I suppose not. Haven was trying.
Отправляемся уже. Кол как этот? Ничего себе. Соратник. Да уж. Неожиданно, если честно. Думал, будет просто тут это... ходить, бродить. Все-таки надо закругляться. Они, получается, больше объединили вторую часть. С этой, ну, логично, по хронологии, конечно. Хотя Лилиана, я смотрю, тут неизменно во всей серии присутствует. Единственное, что в этой игре меня удручает, это загрузки. Все классно, замечательно, но загрузки.
Good to see you safe, Inquisitor. We've got trouble ahead.
Are the Red Templars here?
There's a few up in the hills, but for once, they're not our biggest problem.
What is?
Что за зеленый туман?
Oh.
Crestwood was the site of a flood 10 years ago during the Blight. It's not the only rift in the area, but after it appeared, corpses started walking out of the lake. You'll have to fight through them to get to the cave where Sir Hawk's Grey Warden friend is hiding.
Have any undead attacked the camp?
We've had a few shamblers, but most head toward the village below. Maybe someone in Crestwood can tell you how to get to the rift in the lake. Maker knows they'll want help. Good luck, and please be safe.
Ну что на мне за одежда? С меня сняли одежду. Чуга авангарда. Мне лучше. Что там у всех уровень, да? Механик появился. Механика вроде не было. Ну, будешь у нас с механиком. А, я помню, спецификации открылись, да? Хоть какие-то. Храмовник. Уже ищет полностью. Мастер боя можно. Хотя храмовник. Вот у него в авангард больше шли. Солос. Маг разрывов. Что тут у тебя? Каменный кулак. Оп, это все? Не, давай магию льда тебе надо подкачать. Эта спецификация появилась, отлично. Что, у меня откроется? Ну, только инквизиция пока. Кровавый лотос нужно найти зелье, я понял. Ох, заявок тут у меня.
What is it?
See for yourself, sir.
Геоизучение. Уф. Да, с ними не заскучать.
There must be a way to get to the rift in the lake.
Yes, preferably without drowning.
Maybe the locals will lend us a boat.
Да, есть у меня такая проблема, я смотрю, реально, я залазить буду в каждый угол. Вот не могу я мимо проходить. А вот. Как нюк, магидупа. Ну, огненный посох, в принципе.
Thank you for your aid, Inquisitor.
What are you doing in Crestwood?
A warden named Stroud is wanted for questioning. We heard he'd passed through here, but the villagers knew nothing. They have troubles enough.
What have you been told about this rogue warden?
Warden Commander Clarell ordered his capture. I can say no more than that. I hope Sir Stroud comes with us peacefully. I trained under him for a time. He's a good man, I'm sure of that.
Will you stay to fight the undead here?
My orders forbid it. Crestwood was only a detour. If the Inquisition can help, I beg you to do what you can. The villagers have already lost too many.
Конечно, поможем.
Farewell.
Sir, we can't help the village. Our orders are clear. We can't
of those wardens mentioned a new leader. I don't think they're part of Corypheus's plot to seize the order.
I do not think so either.
Did you see how the Grey Warden saved me from those corpses? They're amazing. I'm going to see if they're looking for recruits.
I can understand how someone might want to join the Wardens.
You're the Inquisitor. But yes, the Wardens are heroes. They saved me from those demons, your worship. With all that's happening, I'd like to help people the same way.
Wardens will do anything to stop the blood. There is much to admire in that commitment, but much to be wary of as well.
Listen to him. Joining the Wardens isn't the best idea right now.
Yes, your worship. I'm sure there's something else I can do to help.
Завербовали. Отлично. Спасибо, Солос. Ну да, если она не умеет воевать-то, куда ей в стражу? Не, все-таки надо заканчивать. Я сейчас опять застряну тут на часы. Что? Да что ж я мышку зажал? Да, такой получился более общительный стрим с персонажем. Буду с собой бороться, все-таки пытаться идти больше к цели. Но не могу я с собой поделать, люблю залезать в каждый угол порой. Вот так и манит меня. Да, теперь я инквизитор. Случилось. Это круто, это эпично. Спасибо всем, кто смотрел меня. Тем, кто посмотрит эту запись. За ваши лайки, комментарии, подписки. За вашу чудесную компанию. Да. Ради этого стоит продолжать эту деятельность. Скажем так, да. Что да. А с вами, как всегда, был я, Fingolt. Age Inquisition. Да. И доброй всем ночи. Удачи. Пока. Хорошего вечера. Надо запомнить слово ночера. Вечера и ночи. Классно.